Hello, hello everyone. Cindy here with Monarch Mom DIY. Excited to be crafting on the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina's Facebook page today. I'm going to share this over to my page. Get some more people on here. All right, so I am in the patriotic crafting mode. I know I came on a couple minutes early, so if you're watching this part, you're probably watching the replay. So just let us know that. Just you can comment hashtag replay, or just say watching the replay, or whatever you would like. But the last probably week or two, I've been really enjoying doing some patriotic crafts, getting ready for celebrating our nation's 250th. I think this is my third patriotic wood kit that I've done, or that I will have done this season, this month. And I will share some of those with you as well. So we are just waiting for 2 o'clock, which is in one more minute. But if you are coming on and you see that red live button there, say hello in the chat, and we can chat during the craft. I think you can see most of the project. Now, if the comments are in your way, you can swipe those or click the down arrow or whatnot. But this video will also be put over on YouTube, and I believe on Christina's website for people who want, to see how to put these together. Now, the one I'm doing today is the 4th of July, I think is what it's called, word art. And I've done a few of these word arts. I've done the home one that's in a square. I did the Mother's Day one, sent that home back to Arizona with my mom for Mother's Day. And today we're doing this one. So let me turn it. I know the picture is still going to be backwards, but maybe you can kind of see better what it says. It's got July, a firecracker, red, white, blue, Liberty, America, USA, Brave, the United States here, a star, and then it says stars and stripes, some stripes, sparklers, 4th, freedom, star, Liberty Bell, and another, oh, that's a sparkler, I guess. So we're going to have some fun. I'm going to use antique wax just a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure on this yet, but the colors I'm going to use, of course, red, white, and blue. Crimson, ocean. I just got a brand new ocean today from Walmart. And I'm also going to probably use some of this light blue, which is called Pool. I think these 4 colors as our main colors are going to be pretty awesome. I think I'm going to do the background white. I'm not sure yet on the frame. Okay. Then the other things you need to complete these kits easier, are these foam sponges. I keep using them and washing them until they're like falling apart. It's also convenient to have what I call a sticky board. Basically, it's one of the nice pieces of cardboard that Christina wraps her kits in. And then I take painter's tape and I lay it across sticky side up and then secure it down on the sides. Now, I did something this time the other day that I've never done before, but it actually made it a lot easier. Instead of pulling up the old tape and putting new tape down, I just stuck new tape on top of the not very sticky painter's tape, and it held it enough that then I just put new pieces on the side. So I think that's actually quicker to make your sticky board sticky again. The other thing I'm going to use today, which I sometimes use on projects like this that have frames, are some of these clamps from Dollar Tree. These small ones are in the crafting section. These larger ones are usually in like the automotive and tool section, but either one will work because this is only 2 layers. What else? If you're going to do antique wax, I usually have baby wipes, and then I have my little sander if I want to just smooth the background a little bit before I glue the frame on. This is a 400 grit. Hello, I love this kit too. Oh yes, the sticky board, especially on a project like this that has so many words and letters. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I think I did this when I did the Mother's Day one. is I'm just going to transfer everything from here onto my sticky board. And I want to tell you that the background has a light etching, it's a light engraving of where everything goes, which really is helpful for getting the spacing and all of that. So let's start. I'm going to start at the top. We've got July. This helps me visualize when I start painting. Like, you know, not putting the same color next to itself. And because my sticky board's a little wider, I can spread things out so that I can make sure to keep my colors separated. Red, white, blue. Okay, then we have Liberty. And then underneath that, the United States. And then we have USA. Okay, then over here going down, we have America. Starting with the end of the word. Why do we use a sticky board? So that our fingers don't get all full of paint as we're trying to hold all these little letters while we're painting them. Okay, there's the word brave. I might run out of room. I spread them out a little far. Stars. Okay. And stripes. And then our stripes. I'm just going to put them all. Oh, no, wait. Yes, I can do those together because they're all going to be the same color. All right, sparklers. Some of these now I'm going to have to start putting them in different places just so that I can fit everything. But that's okay. As we're putting things where they go, we'll... Okay, there's my big 4. TH. And the word freedom, I'll just stick it there. I could go back and do it better the right way, but here's what I mean about the background, having everything etched on there. Yes, thank you, Christina, for the reminder. If you want the link to this kit, all you got to put in the comments is the word July, and that will trigger my affiliate link for this kit to be sent to you. Yes, I did the Easter one. You're correct. I did that one too. I really like them. Okay, so I'm going to get some white paint, and I'm just going to start, and I'm going to actually move this because I don't want to accidentally get white paint. We're going to do our background first, and then we'll come while this is drying and get all of our other pieces painted. Christina, is there a Father's Day one of this? That would be kind of cool. Thank you, Janice. I'm wondering if there's a Father's Day one. It's so hard to find Father's gifts. Janice, I think that link will be messaged to you in a Facebook message rather than replied right here. So look for that in your messages. You pinned what? You pinned the link to this kit. Awesome. Yep, and I appreciate that. That's something that Christina does for her affiliates, is just lets us share these items, and then we get a small commission. All right, there's my white. I'm not going to worry about it being like super, super dark. I might use white for something else, but probably not because we want it to stand out. Now, I think I am going to do antique wax for the frame. Just a little, and then I might use it on a couple of the icon type things, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to grab a baby wipe. Yes, check for Father's Day. I think that would be a really good one. I think they'd be good ones like to get together and do with a group of friends. The fun thing about these is you can do them so they can, you know, you can have a group of people who are all doing this same kit, but they turn out so differently depending on, even if you use the same colors, because chances are you're not going to use them all exactly, you know, on the same words or whatnot. These are pretty fun to make. Not super complicated because everything, it shows you exactly where everything goes. Although I've covered mine up quite a bit. I'm hoping once it dries and I smooth it a little bit, I'll be able to see. All right. Okay, I like that for the frame. Now, let's bring these over, and I want to at least do the map. And Christina has a lot of different patriotic crafts. You can also help me out, even if you don't want to buy this kit. You can go to my affiliate link, and then it should say at the top, you're shopping with me, and you can look at all the different patriotic kits. I'm going to do the Liberty Bell and the two, what about the fireworks? No, I'm going to do those in colors, but I am going to do the stars with the antique wax as well. All right, so once I get that all on, then I flip it to a clean spot and I can just dab the excess. Okay. So up at the top, we've got July. We've got a firework. And then red, white, blue. So even, you know what? I shouldn't have thrown that away because even though this word says white, my background is white. So I'm going to do the word white also with antique wax. All right. I better keep that just in case I change my mind about using any more antique wax. All right. How are we doing? Hey, Carla. Yay. I'm not doing Magnolia. I'm doing Wood Kit with Christina. Okay, so this is going to be red. This is going to be blue. So I'm going to do the word July in that pool blue color. And a lot of times when I'm doing projects, I will do like all the red things, all the blue things. But I think because this is kind of all mixed, I'm going to go ahead and have all three colors in front of me, each with a sponge, so I can just like go and make those decisions as I'm going. But we're going to start with pool blue for the word July. So fun. I love adding this light blue in for patriotic stuff. Okay, so there's July. And we'll do red. And we'll do blue with ocean. Okay. Next we have the word America going this way. We have Liberty here. I think I'm going to go ahead and do Liberty. I'm just looking at my background. I'm going to do Liberty. Oh, wait. I was going to do this firework. Let's do this firework with red. And then I guess I need like a little bit of gold for the sparky part. I'll grab that in a minute. Should I do this America all one color, or should I do it red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Red, light blue, blue, red, light blue, blue. No, I don't want to start with red. Blue, red, light blue. Blue, red, light blue, blue. Okay, let's do that. Blue, red, light blue, blue, red, light blue, blue. Okay. And our light blue. All right, you guys see it's starting to come together over here. So I think the word Liberty, I'm also going to do light blue. Remember, my background's white, which is why I'm not using white on any of these words. Making sure I got these painted all the way. All right. Then we've got Brave under, see, this actually goes down here. These aren't going to be stuck on, but better move them where they go. And this. Okay. So we've got Liberty, then this, then USA. I think that one I'm going to go ahead and do all in red. Okay. And then these stripes are also going to be red. They're kind of close to each other, but that's okay because the white background will break it up a little bit. All right, and then the word Brave, I'm thinking dark blue. It's right under the map. These come together very quickly, but notice, if I did not have this sticky board to put things down on, this would be taking me a long time because I would have to be holding everything. All right, so this is dry now. I'm just going to lightly sand it a little bit. And usually I would glue the frame on first, but I want to start at least just placing these things. I'm not going to glue them yet, but I just want to start placing them where they go so I can kind of see. I still got to finish that. You know, the colors. So I'm not lining them up exactly. I'm just kind of placing them where they go. All right, and then July with the light blue. And I'll show you what this looks like once I get all the painted ones on here. That I still need to do the gold. Okay. Liberty. Where's Liberty? Liberty's here. Be really careful when you're picking your pieces up off your sticky board that you don't break them. Been there, done that. I mean, you can glue them back if you do, but it's just easier if you don't break them in the first place. right, America. Where does that star go? Oh, right there. Okay, so see, so we have so far. All right, so let me kind of move these up a little bit so I have room. Stars and stripes, then sparklers, then this freedom. There and that. All right, fourth is here kind of around the Liberty Bell, and then the stripes. Okay. All right, so we're due for some light blue, stars and stripes. I think I'm going to do that whole thing, stars and stripes, in light blue. I feel a sneeze coming. Excuse me. Okay, so there's stars and stripes. Got the red. There. Okay, that's light blue. I'm going to do fourth in the dark blue. So there is a photo on the website when you go to the link that shows one way somebody did this. I'm sure I'm doing it slightly different. So then you'll have at least two ideas. Sparklers, let's do red. It's a cute font. I like that font. And then I think the word freedom in light blue. Just trying to not get the same color next to itself. The only place I did it, I think, is the USA and then the stripes, because the stripes have to be red and white. So, and this I'm just going to do the handle, and then let me grab, I'm going to have to get off my high horse here to grab my gold. Okay. We're just going to do this on the top of the firework. I can fit that in there. And the top of the sparkler. Got a little red on there too. Okay, the other thing that I didn't do yet that I sometimes like to do is going around, But because a lot of these are words, I'm probably not going to do that just because it's really hard to get in around all the letters. But let's put the rest of these on here. So we got our firework there. Let me swap so you guys can see. Stars. And stripes. Oh, I missed the top. Sparklers. Thank you, Gwen. Again, if you're interested in checking out this kit on the website, just put the word July in the chat or as a comment, and that will get sent to your inbox, your Facebook Messenger inbox. You know what? I think I switched these. That is the bigger one. This one's smaller. Fourth. Oh, I love it. I think I did pretty good getting pretty even amounts of each color. Again, I used the light blue because of the white background. Okay, so nothing's glued on yet, but look at that. Isn't that fun? I think that is so fun, and I don't need this anymore. So I'll just put that in its place on the shelf. And I also don't need my paint anymore, so let's quick put this away. And then we'll just get to gluing. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Getting more glue on my hands just trying to put the lids back on these jars. All right. Let's get those out of the way for now. I cannot craft without baby wipes nearby. All right. I think we're good. Now we're going to get the wood glue, and I just used the Super Glue brand wood glue from Dollar Tree. And I think I'm going to start down here at the bottom closest to me. Just going to do a piece at a time. Don't need a ton of wood glue. And I'm just lining everything up as best I can on the little etched laser outlines. The other nice thing about a white background is even though the wood glue dries clear, with a white background, it makes it even harder to see it if it seeps through. Hope everyone's having a wonderful Friday so far. I'm excited. One of my best friends and I are going to the Phil Wickham concert / worship service. I've been to his concerts. This will be my third, I think. And it's always like church. So I'm super excited. I told my husband that I probably am going to lose my voice tonight at the concert. Just singing at the top of my lungs. But I think we bought these tickets like in October or something crazy like that. And the day is finally here. Now these really skinny words, I try to barely, although I did not do barely. I try not to put too much glue because the words are so skinny. It is going to be so fun. Although it's going to be crazy downtown Grand Rapids because we have a new amphitheater concert space that is having its very first show tonight. And another venue is having a show tonight. So it's going to be crazy. She's picking me up at 4 because we're just going to head downtown early. So we Don't have to rush. We can find parking. We can get dinner. But I'm super excited. We both sing on the worship team at church, and we do a lot of Phil Wickham songs. So I'm excited. Okay, so I've got sparklers and fourth down, glued on. I'm just kind of working my way up. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. We'll do and stripes. And then when I get halfway, I'll probably flip it around, so I'm not having to reach over the ones that are already glued on. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about that little dot for the eye. Haven't lost it yet. Does anybody else know Phil Wickham? Do you have a favorite Phil Wickham worship song? So many good ones. I think probably his first super popular one was This Is Amazing Grace. So it's going to be him and Torrin Wells. And originally it was supposed to also be Jamie McDonald, but I don't know. I don't see her name on the poster anymore, so something might have changed with that, but yay. It's going to be so fun. I'm getting ready to do my, this looks crooked to me, do my Patriotic decor on my fireplace mantle. I'll put it up probably last week of May, and then I will leave that up through the 4th. And then I'll go back to my like sunflowers and bees for the rest of the summer, which I already put up when I took down my Easter stuff. I know the traffic is going to be crazy, but I'm not driving. I just paid my friend some money for gas and parking because she is better at driving downtown than me. I feel like these are... All right, I think at this point I'm gonna turn us around. So I have everything from stars and the star and the A down is glued on. Now I'm going to come up here and start from the top and work my way down. And it's okay that it's upside down because my little etched engraving helps me get everything straight. What do you guys think? Isn't this fun? Makes me want to have a cookout. So you guys will have to keep a lookout on Christina's website. If she adds a Father's Day one, that would be good. Then you could get the Father's Day and the 4th of July at the same time. Something I appreciate a lot about Christina is that she does free shipping, which is very, very kind because shipping is not cheap, as you probably know if you've ordered from any other website, or you've just tried to ship something. It's not cheap. Probably because gas is more expensive. I don't know. Liberty. Oops, moved my word. The other thing I like about the wood glue is if you don't get it lined up perfect right away, you can kind of move things around, fix them. All right, we're getting very close. Got our United States map here. We'll finish getting these and then we'll put some glue on our frame and stick that down and probably clamp it a little bit just to make sure it gets down all the way. Okay, I think all I have left is America. America. Let me just do a once over. Oh, see, this moved a little bit. All right, everything else looks good. Christina. I just go with it. I mean, honestly, it's going to look good no matter what combination of colors you do. You could even paint everything the same color if you wanted. I don't know. That might be hard to read all the different things, but yes, I love it. Whoa, too much glue. Ah. I really wish they would make a finer, like where you could just make the opening on these bottles smaller, but because you have to snip it with scissors, it's hard to get it not huge. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it with the light blue. What do you guys think of the light blue? Yay! Okay. Frame. See, and then if words slide off the engraving, you can kind of see that. And with the wood glue, you've got a little time. You can slide them back in place. All right, so we're just going to do a thin line all the way around our frame. Okay. Just I kind of wiggle it, smush it down a little bit to even out, spread out the glue. You can kind of feel on the sides where it's lined up all the way around. All right, you know what? I think I'm gonna use big clamps. And I'm just making sure when I clamp it that the two pieces are still lined up evenly. Can slide them a little bit if they need to. Probably don't need this many, but have them, so. These are a great investment from Dollar Tree, I will say. Okay. Well, there you go. Pretend the clamps aren't there. Isn't that so cute? I love this kit. Thank you, Carla. Okay, again, just put the word July in the chat or in the comments, and Christina will send you my affiliate link to this kit. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Bye.